I think what we set out to achieve 20 years ago, we're starting to realise. So being able to help innovators, take what they've developed and think about actually how can that be applied in the real world? What are the necessary steps to try and develop that into a product that a customer not just wants but actually needs and is prepared to pay for? And then helping that innovator conceptualize the path to market and then helping resource that funding. We did that in a very sort of scrappy way at the start, where we worked with one or two companies only at a time. And I think we're now starting to be able to systematize that, where we can work with 10 or more companies a year. From the very start, the vision was to commercialize technology from New Zealand and Australia. It just took us a while to work our way through being successful to the extent we have from New Zealand to give us enough confidence and resource to also commercialise from Australia. When I told our chair, Gary Pace, that we'd finally established an Australian fund, he was like, "Took you bloody long enough." So it's been in the vision from the start. It's got maybe 10 times the capital, 5 times the people, and so that's an opportunity for us.
I invest in things that we believe are good for the world. So things like medical devices, decarbonisation technologies, and improving on-farm productivity and ensuring food security. The next one that's a little bit of a personal one for me is, we're starting to have a lot more conversations around women's health and how generally it's been underserved, and starting to put more money in investment in that space as well. I've been with the firm for just nearly a year and a half now, and I'm really excited. I'm seeing lots of cool deals come over from Australia and indeed around the world. With expanded jurisdictions, expanded reach comes expanded networks, and we can help our companies grow in that way and really take them to the global stage.
Pacific Channel has an incubator program, which we also think of as a venture studio program that builds companies from scratch. We work alongside entrepreneurs and academics looking to commercialize research, typically out of universities or Crown research institutions, and we help them build companies every step of the way. I think some of my favorite companies would be companies like Bovonic, because you can see that their team has embedded all of the key principles of how to run startup and validation and run lean and move fast, and they're crushing it. We take them through an extensive design process essentially to get them off the ground and going. For me, what's really exciting is some of the companies that we're looking at right now, some of the technology they're working on genuinely is cutting edge, has the potential to change the world in some significant way. And that excites me, the fact that Pacific Channel can be part of that in either clean tech or med tech or agri-tech. I think that's super cool.
Pacific Channel has the luxury of having been operating for 2 decades. What that means is we've been able to invest in opportunities which have matured right through to exits. 11 exits to date. That means there are 11 groups of management out there. There are 11 groups of founding scientists or founding inventors who have had an exit, have worked with us. And reality is, in this business, people who are good inventors tend to have more than one invention in them. And we do find they are coming back and talking to us again. This is a long-term relationship business.
The whole investment ecosystem in New Zealand has changed dramatically over the last 15 years. We've gone from having people think about really tiny amounts of money for fairly small projects into having many funds available that do Series A, Series B, seed. We're on the international stage, and Pacific Channel, I think, was one of the catalysts in making all of that happen. I'm always interested to think about the future of a venture capital firm because so much of it is based on the immediate past. I'm really excited to see how the companies that we've invested in over the last 10 years are going to grow and thrive. I think we've made some really good choices, and I like the way we've evolved to think about what our purpose is, where our niche is, and I have a lot of optimism about how that's going to play out.
It's been a real pleasure for me to see how the concept that was developed and nurtured by Brent and his team has grown so many companies. They've invested well in great people and who have solved and continue to solve hard problems to create a better future. 11 companies started by Pacific Channel have enjoyed successful exits. I'm particularly excited to have been on the board of Orbis Diagnostics for several years and to have assumed the chairmanship of it. I offer a toast to Brent and the Pacific Channel team for their continued success in making great contributions to New Zealand's biotech sector and to society at large. Cheers.
Victoria has got some phenomenal universities that really punch above their weight globally, and we've got this great research base, but what we haven't been fantastic at doing is commercializing that research, and we were so delighted that Pacific Channel threw their hat in the ring to cross the channel and come and set up shop here in Victoria and help do the wonderful work that they've done in New Zealand. Without deep tech, the future is not as bright, so it's really important that we're pulling this great research out of the lab and putting it into real-world businesses where true impact can happen.
We're incredibly proud to have achieved 11 exits, and what's very compelling to me is in each and every case, the acquirer has kept the entire team and kept the entire team in the home country. You know, helping develop that next generation of leadership is very exciting. It takes a village to raise a child, and we've raised 66, right? So we've gone beyond just having a village, we've gone to having a metropolis of people that have helped us actually, raise these into actually functioning adults and gone out into the world to have a positive impact. So, I'm incredibly grateful of the, resources that people entrust into us, our own people's time, our investors' capital. We take those resources and that trust very seriously, and we are fully committed to making sure that has the best impact in terms of wealth generation and impact generation that we possibly can.